can Cruz keep this work rate up for another 6 rounds?
This is how he fights. You know, the tape that's out there on him, he fights with this aggressive style, and he has been, as we mentioned earlier, gone the distance in a lot of these fights, the 10-round distance. So I don't think fatigue is going to be a factor here. And he's told us this week, he's like, this is my everything. This is the fight that I've been building for. This is the fight that's going to show that I belong on the championship level.
No, he definitely has the engine for it. I mean, that's what you can rely on. Let me rough you up on Cruz. It's those punches. It's that volume. It's that in-your-face type style.
Play serious. 1 minute.
Again, Christian Cruz's record is not very flattering. 24-7-2. Taking on an undefeated Yan Santana, who's 16-0 with 13 KOs.
Cold week, like, yo, hey, yo, he got beautiful braid of hair, though. I'll tell you that. Look at that. That's a nice braid. Oh, beautiful. Well, my bad, everybody. But look at that braid right there. I'm getting older, so I'm trying to look at how you can do your shit.
Each one of these rounds. Santana clearly getting some good work done, landing flush shots. But you have an aggressive fighter coming forward, throwing a lot of punches.
When you got melanin and your hair white, that's a key.
Good that right there. Santana catch him coming in, but he needs to stay off the ropes.
Santana. But I'm saying,
if you can dictate the pace of the fight with those long shots, and 2 or 3 punches is enough. But when you go against the ropes, it looks like you're good up and put you there.
Yeah, good point, Sergio. And you mentioned earlier how cool Yan Santana looks and unbothered, but at some point it starts to look like he's not into it. He's not fighting hard enough if you're a judge.
Good shape.
There's a knock on a lot of boxers that we don't really know where their power's coming from. They get lazy when the power's not really affecting their opponent. They lose focus and concentration. They get a little lost. That could possibly be happening to Yan Santana right now with Cruz all over him.
He's winning the last few seconds of the round, and that's always a good thing. And lands a left hook at the bell. We're in the Norfolk Scope. Right on the water here in Virginia. We've had a great time in town. Good fight so far tonight in our prelims and here as well.
Listen to me, you got 5 rounds left. All right, it's a close fight. It's a close fight. I would say it's 3-3. Listen to me. You gotta get on him.
You need one of them. All them gotta come back.
You gotta take one slight step back and counter him.
You got cheated on out by yourself. There ain't nobody trying to be with a stripper or ex-stripper. I'm sorry, y'all. This is what I'm trying to say.
Clash of heads there between a southpaw
women and we
fighter.
need men. All that toy and
no
girl
big cut.
Trapping, working is done.
But you can see Cruz wants to make it physical, wants to wrestle. Santana wants to keep it polished and clean on the outside. Cruz wants to do the opposite.
Now it's time. Let me see.
Sound cliche, but it just feels like Cruz wants it more.
Bradley, damn near really.
Still a whole half of a fight to go, though. Let's see if Santana can restore order here.
I don't think that's cliche, Todd. I mean, it's very clear that he wants it. It's clear all week that this was a big fight for him and not a big fight for Yan Santana, who spent a lot of the week talking about Bruce Carrington. This wasn't about questions about Bruce Carrington. He was bringing him up and saying that was the guy that he wants to fight. So there's definitely an element of Santana looking past Christian Cruz.
Absolutely, and there was only one man mentioning the word war, and that was Christian Cruz. He wanted a war and expected one. Santana expected an easier night and is not getting it.
He's got war on the front of his trunks, in fact.
Didn't get that booty
this
feel.
Is the 40th anniversary of Hagler Hearns.
On the real,
selling caps at the concession stand that say war on
that. On the real, regular booty. Regular booty is killing everybody. Look back at the old videos and all that. Look at regular booty is amazing. Oh, good uppercut. Good uppercut. Left hook. Got all that
Cruz just putting really good pressure on Santana. Even when he's getting hit, he's staying in the pocket, staying in his faith. That can wear you down as the fight progresses.
Step in jab there for the Cruz, and he's got Santana flying backwards. Not a good look for the judges.
Not only that, but he's tripping up on the right foot of Cruz.
Oh, good overhand right.
The thing about Santana, he's not keeping his foot on the outside of Cruz, so he keeps tripping up, and that's the benefit to Cruz. He keeps it on the inside.
Cruz is from that school of the William Zepeda, where he's just going to back him into the corner and let his fist fly. He's going to land 6 punches to your 1. Cruz's corner very vocal.
Guys like Cruz, you gotta have your left foot on the outside of his right and your left jab on the outside of his right jab. That's how you control the tempo. That's how you keep a southpaw there and keep turning him. Right now, it's Cruz not allowing that, not allowing Santana to fight his fight.
From that perspective, but as rapping, man, you gotta give that to Dolomite and Bill Scott Harris. Oh, you're right to the body from Santana.
You just wonder, does Santana kind of have that dog in him where he's going to put his foot to the floor, put the gas to the floor and go after him?
This is what I was talking about during his ring walk. There are 4 or 5 rounds from Jan Santana where you see the potential that he has, the potential to be world level. But then the inconsistencies sometimes set in. We've seen that a lot in his last few fights, and we're seeing it again, I believe, here tonight.
We got to give credit to Cruz right there because, look, Santana from the first round to right now has been trying to check him with that left hook. Cruz is not falling for it, and he's not going to fall for it. He's prepared for whatever's coming back.
I'm going to tell you something about hip-hop. Hip-hop ran the sport.
Come on, let's finish.
See, I was born in the 80s. I'm at the dawn.
Listen to me. He's done.
I remember when hip-hop.
Look, he's tired. I need you to turn it up.
I remember when hip-hop
doing good. Do not give him any rounds.
They just thought rapping was popular.
And I need more volume to the body. You got to turn it up. You know we always got to look for the knockout, always.
That's why you have people, McDonald's, everybody rapping.
And there's what I'm talking about, tripping. People hitting each other over their feet because Santana's not using his left-handed advantages. He's fighting the smaller man's fight, and that's the reason Cruz is having so much success.
Cruz told us, and again, sounds cliche, I'm in the best shape of my career. I'm 200% healthy. Even though I only had a 6-week notice for this fight, I was already in camp. I stay in shape.
And 6 weeks for a guy like Christian Cruz, who's basically been an opponent for most of his career, is a lifetime for a fighter like that. Usually you get called 2-3 weeks notice, thrown into an event like this. Getting 6 weeks is a long camp.
Well, Emmanuel Stewart was saying, I don't know why we have longer than 6 weeks of camps anyway. That's all
I
fighter
really
needs.
found out when I looked at the breakout.
I needed
That's
8.
when I really, I was from the Black Sun. I found out. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Good left to the body.
The first 4 were just working off those tacos in there.
It really
You're born in
was.
95.
I mean,
You probably can get it.
that sounds
Probably
cliche.
get around
It's a lot of cliches.
Me encantan los tacos.
It took you 3 days to leave Caesar's Palace, too.
I'm very curious with Peter Dobson's fight against Kevin.
All right, so what would you tell Santana to do here, Sergio? What's your advice?
Start jabbing at the chest. Start jabbing at the body of Cruz. You can't let him
Oh,
through
good
the
right
front
hand
door.
from Santana.
You know, you got to stop him and then step back and try to catch him with that right hand. Pick him up with the right uppercuts.
There's some like
he's
Santana
doing it
versus
right
Cruz.
now.
That's diabolical.
Keep him at the end of that jab. Keep this distance. Keep the volume from being overwhelmed. Now, Cruz comes in.
Good shot right there. There you
Oh,
go.
good
See,
right
that's
hand.
Santana's fight right there.
Top rank first card.
Good left hand there from Santana.
And it all started with a 2-1. The opposite of a 1-2 for a southpaw. 2-1. Then he peppered him up with the left hook. That caught the attention of Cruz.
And this is not where Cruz wants to be, just on the end of those long arms, a 72-inch reach of Santana.
Everybody's here.
He's at a 6-inch reach disadvantage.
You can show who's really the best. You can have them fight. It doesn't matter anymore. Like
But I was asking the question earlier, could Cruz keep this tempo, this pace up for the entire fight? Because if he slows down, that's when Santana can take over.
Right now he's out alternating his selecting his punches. He came over the top of the right, landed cleanly. So he's hit Cruz with every type of right hand that he has in his bag. And now to the body. I'm loving this round by Jan Santana. He needs to continue this. Exactly what he's doing now.
He loses twice.
Nice left from Cruz.
Oh, good left from Cruz. He hurt Santana. You want to fight him?
Right? This is the pace Santana wants to fight at.
You know David Allen is sorry.
Good round here for Jan Santana, and he certainly needed it.
There's a lot they figured out. There's a lot these promotion companies figured out.
Kind of around the stop the bleeding, so to speak.
Just to get momentum back.
Oh, left to the body from I like Santana. Always have. My thing is that I really like about him is he's kind of outmatched. No. Not that hip.
Ennis is ready to chase greatness once again as Boots faces unbeaten WBO and WBA junior middleweight champion Xander Zayas. Ennis looking to become a 2-division world champion when they collide June 27th at the Barclays Center live on DAZN. And Brooklyn's already showing up for that fight.
Yeah, I was told more than 10,000 tickets have already been sold for that fight, which isn't all that surprising. A great Puerto Rican community in New York, Philadelphia, just a short train ride or a short ride up I-95 away. A lot of fans going to be showing up for that fight.
Sergio, can you imagine if Zayas beats Boots? I mean, then he's going to be, people are saying, is he the next Felix Trinidad?
I don't know about Felix Trinidad, but he could definitely be the next Puerto Rican star of mine because the unified
in a way where
around talent like Boots, and
you can say the best. I rap myself.
People on a big weekend. I mean, that's exactly how you make a star. That's how you follow the lead of Cotto, Felix Trinidad, and so many others.
Yeah, Chris, our Top Rank wasn't that excited about Zayas chasing this fight so badly. They were like, maybe not yet, sometime down the road, but Xander Zayas said, I want it right now.
I don't think anybody in Xander Zayas' corner, from Top Rank to his manager to his trainer, was advocating for him to take this fight. This fight is happening because Xander Zayas insisted.
Be all right. Like, you got to make a joint.
And it will happen live on DAZN. Can't wait for that.
Drake came out and said a bunch of stuff.
We've got a pretty good one right here, round 8 of a fight that Cruz seemed to take control of, but Santana in the 7th picked things back up as he goes down to both knees here.
There's a veteran tracking. No, he was pushed down.
That's harder to do.
To his knees, and those are the little tricks that are up the sleeve of Cruz that I was talking about. He's not a dirty fighter. He's just a clever fighter that he's able to utilize all 5 inches and find a way to make a taller, stronger, more powerful boxer that fits with you.
This is where Cruz got to step on the gas there too. He definitely lost that last round. Coming in as the B side, can't take for granted that these close rounds have gone his way.
Cam Brown, Dipset, Mace, all out same time. Oh, good. Left upstairs, right downstairs.
Santana went away from his foot feints. He started off this fight foot feinting. I think that was actually half Cruz's second guess. Santana was a little bit more flat-footed and obvious.
That dude was the best.
Santana does not have a stoppage win after round number 5. So his power is usually on display earlier in the fight.
You can't rap about no better. It's over with.
But then again, he hasn't had a lot of opportunities to show power after the 5th. Only 3 fights have gone after that round.
1 minute, 10 seconds. That's why they not like us. Hit. You got to say something, a chant that we all can say together.
I'm not saying he needs a second win, Sergio, because he's still pretty darn active, but he was going like anaerobic there for a while for a few rounds.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
Good shot. You got to be on that. Touching him, not overloading, not letting Cruz come back with anything. Yeah, see, Cruz is getting frustrated right there. It's okay. Keep doing what you're doing here, Santana. Touch him, get your point, and use the entire ring. Go back to that stick.
He's trying to bait Santana into exchanging with him, and it's working right now.
Because Santana just stayed against the ropes.
You were doing good. Now
you don't want to go punch for punch.
You're weaving in and out and making
box on your terms. You want to hurt him on your terms. You want to unleash that right hand whenever you want to.
Come on, man. 15 seconds left. Bro, yep. I remember.
A little check right there from Cruz. Seemed to me like a pretty solid round there for Yan Santana. Could easily be 4 rounds apiece as we head to the night.
We had a freestyle battle on stage. When 8 Mile came out, that was freestyle. I remember when we had a freestyle.
Look, this is history, man. You got to win those last 2 rounds, you understand?
Can you freestyle and battle somebody and beat them?
Are you listening to me? How do you feel?
And if we found out it was written, oh, that's written. You said those bars before that. You lost. You lost if it was written. Now, they have battles.
When you get close, I need you to push him and keep working.
You know, I'm just dope, but I'm not that impressed. I remember
beat him out in an attack, you understand?
They had a freestyle.
You can't, Jan, listen to me, you can't back up anymore.
Over a beat. So you had to be on.
You need the pressure. You need to make this tighter.
So they put on that beat, and you're listening for a while. And then you start freeing.
Cruz wanting Mexican style, Santana obliging them, and that's what they want from the corner. Fight on your terms, box on your terms, but keep it on the outside.
You could hear the desperation in the court of Santana saying, you can't play around. This is huge. You've got to win these last 2 rounds.
Yeah, they mentioned this is history, and I mean, on a small scale for them, it is history. He's an undefeated fighter. You know, he could potentially put himself up for a title shot, but
you don't see the zone.
all that history could come coming down if you're not going to beat a guy like Cruz.
Chris, who do you think's winning right now?
I would favor Santana slightly at the moment. I think a lot of the shots that Cruz has been throwing, the accuracy hasn't really been there, and certainly these last couple of rounds, Santana's frustrated him. But again, the volume has favored Christian Cruz, the pace. And again, aggressive fighters, sometimes they get the benefit of the doubt of the judges in these close rounds.
I don't know who won the fight.
I think it's a competitive fight. And I think the corner of Santana is right to have that sense of urgency in the 9th round.
Listen.
You got to believe in the 10th round, Cruz is going to find that second win to go all out. So this is a very important round for Santana to win.
Turmoil or how cool they are.
That's all because of head movement. These fighters, Cruz, he lined some haymakers over the top, and I think he rocked Santana.
Got him again. Cruz waking up here in the night.
He's clubbing. Cruz clubbing.
And you can tell the crowd is becoming fans of Christian Cruz. They want to see him get the job done. They love that aggression.
You know, I don't know if this is going to be an indicator for the rest of this card, but during the prelims, we noted that the referees here tend to let guys fight out of these clinches. We're seeing again here. The referees trying not to intervene, telling them to punch out.
Flipping it into everything.
Something like that favors someone like Christian Cruz. You can just let his hands go in those situations.
This is not what he wants to do, though. Just stand there and play mannequin right in front of Santana.
He ain't doing that anymore. He did it all. 50 seconds. There's only so much you can do. That's why singing is better. And
endless energy for Christian Cruz, the 29-year-old out of Tijuana, Mexico.
Good left hand there.
Oh, good left by Cruz. Good left again.
You know, he has those memorable moments every round, and then when the judges look down to put their scores down, Sergio, that's the kind of things that pop in their head.
Yeah, and you know, Santana's getting lazy here. I mean, he's pulling back and getting hit on the end. So those punches make it even look worse for judges. It looks like you're either tired, lazy, or just getting frustrated, because right now, Santana's not controlling this fight anymore. It went from Santana to Cruz.
We kind of music with rap. With how it is now. That's like
and here again.
Translate that, Sergio?
You really want to translate?
No, I don't.
Yes.
Will was saying the same thing on that album. Oh, what did he say? Still mad. Yep. Love you, boys. Yep. Zero was cold. Oh my God. From Houston, right? Rappers killed R&B. Yes, they did. Good Lord. I mean,
Look, you can't give him this round. You keep pulling back from the first round. You're pulling your head back and dropping your arms. And he takes advantage of that.
It's the truth. Let me see. 1980 baby here. We are so damn spoiled from the 90s. Yep, we've seen the epitome of rap skill.
Hard. This is the fight of your life. You understand?
Well, what's better?
I thought R&B is gold. Not anymore.
Jan Santana has been Mr. Cool most of this fight. He needs to become a firefighter right now. He has to get going and win the 10th. There's no doubt about it. His corner has told him that.
Male or female R&B
and if it's Cruz you want to win, you just want to go steady as she goes. Just give it all you've got. Let your hands go. Be a buzzsaw.
New right now. Since it's golded and right now, new R&B artist, top 10. Type of
body shots by Cruz, but a smart buzzsaw. That's what I see with
most people.
Cruz. I mean,
whoever you bring up,
he really knows how to go make it difficult for taller opponents. His head's never in the same place. He bends his knees, makes himself even smaller, and then he bounces up on opponents. You can never time that.
One person
Santana
put the 10 down.
could easily be winning this fight.
Now, Bruno Mars,
his corners preached urgency.
Right now,
the last 4 or 5 rounds, I've yet to see any of that urgency.
Nobody. Let me see. Check.
Sergio, who do you think's winning?
It's a tight fight. I really like the clean punching of Santana, but he just gets outworked by Cruz, and Cruz keeps coming forward. So I would probably say Cruz by a little bit.
Yeah. Feels like maybe to me 5-4 right now for Cruz.
Oh, Lupe. That's another. This him? Let me see. That was the birth of 160 part freestyle. But yes, Lord.
When all things are even, we've
So,
seen judges
I'm
recently, I
25
think Chris
Will
talked about this
Smith,
earlier,
Smith lost and
they
found,
favor
and
the
I'm
fighter
really
who showed
enjoying
more
it. So my
aggression,
question
more
is,
action.
Be one of the most underrated
Push the
rappers
fight.
of all time.
Oh, good body shots there from Santana. You can see Cruz folding over. And then he lands an uppercut in the left hand as
Right?
Cruz.
But if you listen to him now, with the
Minute and a half to go.
Deep breath there for Cruz. He backed
But
up.
he couldn't mess with
Really
everything.
backing up his Cruz. That's when you know those body shots took an effect.
But he couldn't rock. He couldn't. Will came out at the same time as Rock him. Right? I mean, come on, Rock. He's out there with LL Cool J, Rock him, MC Light, Big Daddy Kane is dead.
All the weeks of hard work in the gym. You got to dig deep now to make it all worth it. Santana's perfect record, it hangs in the balance here. This could be catastrophic for his career. He wants Shushu Carrington right now, but he's got all he can handle from Christian Cruz.
I know you said no course, but
Good body shots again from Santana.
Cruz don't like those body shots, but he keeps coming forward. I mean, he's in shape. This is what happens when you're dealing with a well-conditioned fighter, especially with that Mexican style. 2 shots is not going to be enough.
Christian Cruz has put in on the performance of his career as he looks to pick up the biggest win of his life. 20 seconds to go.
Michael Jackson.
Good round for Santana. Cruz never finished strong. They had a chance here.
Some of people out. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said it's
Yeah, Cruz needed, Santana needed this round. This is a good round by Santana, especially to the body.
See if he can match the man.
Cruz coming after Santana, trying to score some late points, and now we'll do it. An entertaining scrap to kick off tonight's card here in Virginia. Cruz thinks he's won it, but so too in the other corner does Jan Santana.
October London.
I think they both might be wrong. I think it's a draw.
Not enough people.
It has draw written all over it because both men have their moments.
Yeah, people can still think.
Chris, where would you put your money?
Feels like a draw to me as well. If I was going to go one direction, I would probably lean a little bit towards Santana because of the cleaner punches, but a really competitive fight.
Well, Cruz told us that Santana is looking past me. He's not giving me the respect I deserve, and I will make him pay.
No matter who y'all bring up, boys to men. No matter who y'all
Will it be La Condoncito, or will it be Dangerous Santana?
play that song, ain't nothing that song was regular.
Well, Golden Boy Promotions presents undefeated middleweight prospect Amari Jones returning to his home of San Jose for the biggest test of his career, taking on former world champion Zenzo Wilitieri as both men look to take one step closer to a world title shot live this Friday on DAZN.
It's dead. It's dead. Let me see. I'm thinking. His father wrote just this stroke. His father wrote down.
Let's jump into some highlights from round number 10, Sergio, and it was a good round for Santana.
It was a good round because he started off digging down to the body, and that's how you get to these tough Mexican fighters. You gotta go downstairs and take it from them downstairs. Both sides, moving both left, right, both sides of the body, and that's what got the attention of Cruz. And then he started backing up. We weren't accustomed to seeing Cruz on the back foot. When Santana forced him on the back foot, he actually got his respect. But was it too little, too late?
Well, let's find out. Jimmy Lennon Jr. has the scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Jim Ansbro scores about 96 to 94. Brian Costello sees it 97 to 93, and
back
Bill
turn, trying to
Clancy
learn
scores the action 98
That's
to
how,
92.
That's
all three
how much
in
we
favor
are
of the winner. And still the young lady.
96, 94, certainly fair. Reflects competitive
the hell
fight.
I'm doing
98, 92 is
when I got
simply
Mike,
the land of make-believe. That is giving no credit.
No matter how good Chris Brown is, my
whatsoever to the aggressiveness and the work that was done by Cruz.
And the crowd here, their disapproval, Sergio, they loved what Christian Cruz did in that fight.
And I appreciated what he did in that fight. 96, 94, either way, I can't get mad. 98, 92 is a slap in the face to Christian Cruz.
And the crowd showing him their appreciation. But it's bittersweet for Cruz, who gave us all he had, but in the end, it apparently just wasn't quite enough as Santana remains undefeated.
My son, 8 years old, is in front of, I'm trying to look around his hair and shit to look at the game. And he's, now we need an artist.
Featherweight showdown from
We need
Dominican
an
Republic's
artist, bro.
Jan Santana.
Yeah, that may have been Robert.
And it was all early. Christian Cruz trying to close that distance, taking some shots on the way in, but that's what you can expect from a short, tough Mexican fighter that always come to fight. Body shots like that, the judges must have really took in consideration Jan Santana's body shots.
I said, uh-oh.
But shots like that, clean punches that backed up Santana like that, that's what's caught the attention, the easy attention from me. And I just don't understand how you could see 98, 92, not even 97, 93 in my opinion. This was a competitive fight between a boxing puncher, a dangerous puncher in Jan Santana, and a volume Mexican-style puncher in Cruz, who implemented his game plan. He was in the chest of Santana all night. He did what he had to do.
And who killed it was Kanye West.
Jan Santana making the rounds now, talking to the matchmakers. Carl Moretti just walked by. He said, I can't believe that 98-92 scorecard either.
But that sound, everybody got accustomed to.
As we look at our CompuBox numbers, and let's see what the numbers tell us.
And he started
very tight.
While using
148 of 553. Santana 153 of 482. So those look like draw numbers
Drake,
to me, or at least
Drake
not 98 to 92.
Because Drake started going. Drake was the man because he could sing.
Cruz fought the best fight he possibly could, but in the end,
it was over.
Just not enough.
You start seeing
coming up next, our second Davis brother fighting tonight. Keyshawn Davis won earlier on the prelims.
So
now
then,
it's Kelvin's turn as he looks to first ever loss, taking on Peter Dobson, who fights out of Bronx, New York. That, when we return, you're watching Top Ranked Boxing live on DAZN.
Don't talk. Let me see. What's the one Michael Jackson performance that made you realize how special he was?
It's showtime, and there's no better way to win on boxing than with DraftKings Sportsbook. This is the home of boxing bets, so step into the ring and go the distance with this unbeatable offer. Place all kinds of bets live about, like fight props, over-unders, money lines, and more. Download the app, enter the promo code,
that right there,
and get in on the action.
And I wasn't even around. I wasn't even born yet. But I saw Thriller, and then, goddamn, they showed him in some, I don't know, I was a little kid. And I was sitting on my mom's lap. I was like 4 years old. And I saw this little kid like, I treated you bad. I couldn't believe it. Because it was a kid, and I'm a kid. And my mother said, that's Michael Jackson. And I was, yo, I as a kid, I was like, dude, he's the greatest thing ever. As a kid, I'm like, that must be the, I came online knowing who Mike was with Thriller. It was the best thing in the world. And then you tell me that, I treated you bad. Is that Mike? Then, let me see. Hers is yeah, there you go. Yeah, trash. That's a trash lineup. You saw what what I mentioned, right? Right. Let me see
You can
R&B
do
go.
it on OnlyFans.
If that's
It's
your
a
10,
platform to monetize on the
that's
things
your
that
10,
you're really good at.
Jacquees and shit, Lucky Day, Leon Tom, I know all of them. I listen to all of them. SZA, her, they dropping some heat. I'm talking all over the record. Oh, Whitney Houston destroyed that
Whatever
whole
they
shit.
want without judgment.
That whole shit.
That's the best decision you'll ever make. Hey there, we heard tell of a Halloween party. We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay stuff.
Why just half gay? Let me see. I remember hearing I'd rather go blind a couple years ago, and I'm 40. My jaw was on the floor.
I'm gonna wipe that smile off your face.
The equipment wasn't.
Stop smiling.
Technology wasn't great enough.
This
You had to,
is the mental ward.
if you
Everyone
couldn't sing, then
smiles
you
in
weren't.
here.
If you didn't have talent, then you ain't get paid. No way you like Drake album. It was terrible in my opinion. Who said I like Drake album?
I'm Chris Mannix.
And I'm
let me
Sergio
see.
the Latin Snake Moore.
Join us every week for
I'm
the
telling you,
fiercest
Biz,
debate between
this
a
new
former
generation
world champion
killed
and a
R&B
guy that
instead of
spent
showing
2
your true
decades
feelings and
covering
love.
them.
I'm gonna buy you a new
They
shirt.
rather hit a girl or
Terrible.
something.
Who made that for you,
Hit girl
Grandma?
somewhere or rapping about drugs.
We
Thank
are
you.
back.
October London
He's
is
the
our
fighter.
only hope
I'm the
right now.
writer.
Yep.
I'm already
He sound
tired
just
of
like
being
who?
wrapped.
But in
Mark.
my head,
He ain't a
borderline
new
genius.
sound.
So you
He is
cannot
Marvin.
sit there
So
and tell
your
me that there
only
is
hope
a
is
more
your Marvin.
marketable fight out there
He
for
acts like
both
Mike
these guys
and damn
than
October
running
for
it back
being
once
Marvin.
again.
That's
You're
our
pretty stupid for a smart
only hope.
guy.
If he gets a unification
Taylor,
fight,
too.
or if he gets a fight against
You heard her
Virgil
last
Ortiz or Boots Ennis, those guys are going to beat him. I promise you.
Her best.
You know, bark all day, little doggy.
We didn't even have
You
to
get a
think
bite,
when it came to
doggy.
Whitney Houston.
You had a certain
We didn't have
ankle
to think
STD.
when it came to Anita Baker. Give me 5 of her best shit.
Go STD.
Chris Mannix has
Exactly.
a doubt,
Y'all
ladies
know
and
what I'm
gentlemen.
trying to do.
I think he might even stop
acting
Parker.
stupid.
I think he.
This
Oh,
generation
you're
need to wake up in the morning to the
Head over
bars.
to
Denise
DAZN.com
Williams.
for full Fighter and the Writer
The
episodes
damn best
every
song on
Friday
Drake's album
only
is a
on
Denise
DAZN.
Williams song. Free. A lot of y'all don't even know that. Free. That's damn Denise. Mike, why you?
As always, you can find the very
I'm saying,
best
bro.
in boxing shows, features, and documentaries by heading to DAZN.com/boxing and clicking on the locker room section. Every Monday, go inside the ring where Max Kellerman, Mike Coppinger, and LaShawn McCoy, they bring you exclusive access to boxing's biggest stars in their weekly talk show, and then catch Unwrapped for a complete recap of the weekend's biggest fight sports action. Also streaming every single Monday. And with Fight Night Raw, go behind the scenes of the thrilling, and I mean thrilling fight of the year contender Fabio Wardley versus Daniel Dubois. You can watch it all now inside the locker room
The
on
world is
DAZN.
mad.
Nearly
R&B's gone.
100,
Let me tell you
excuse me,
something.
1 year after suffering the only defeat
Let
of
me tell
his
you something.
professional career, Kelvin Davis, the older brother of Keyshawn, he looks to bounce
world
back
is
following last
because
June's razor-close majority
what the
decision
world
loss
needs
to Nahir Albright.
cool.
Well, tonight he returns
What
to
you
the
need.
welterweight to face a
kinda like
new
saying,
challenge in Peter
hey,
Dobson.
you
The
gotta hold
durable
your breath.
Bronx
Why?
native
Because
determined to
breathing air ain't
spoil the hometown comeback.
That's why the world's mad. Because loving and being in love is being a sinner. But that's what you need. You're angry because you can't get what you
God
want.
forbid I
You
ever
don't realize
lost
you
to a
want it.
Kelvin Davis.
As soon as somebody step out of your little square,
He's
you
not
don't try no
not
more.
my skill level.
Yeah, kick it to the
He's-
curb. Kick him to the
he don't got the
curb, girl.
same, like,
Yeah, drop her. She just a hoe.
ferocity as me. He's not
Bruh,
tough as me.
that's why
He
y'all
don't got
mad.
anything I have.
That's why I sit
I
here
feel
and be
like
like,
he
why
is
did you go
desperate to
crazy in
prove
the
himself
chat?
again because
All
the
I said
last
was
guy he
this.
just fought
No,
was
bro,
like
because you need
a
to chill.
person he was supposed to knock out in the first round.
If
'Cause
you
he
had
hasn't got a
enough love,
knockout
you wouldn't
since,
be over here
Kobe.
mad
So,
about
I mean,
damn
I'm
Keyshawn
prepared.
Davis. Like, what you mad
anything
about
that he,
Keyshawn Davis
brings to
for?
the table for sure.
I've just always
Talk
heard
about
of him.
somebody
I heard
else's
he's
money.
like the
Oh, I
worst,
bet you ain't make
There's
this much
nothing
money.
special about him.
What
I'll
you
treat
talking about?
everybody the same.
Girl, get your
Like,
life together.
You know, they said
Let me
Conor Ben
see.
was the hardest puncher in the division.
Can you name 5
I
classic
ain't
rap
feel like
albums?
that.
Does Drake
I
have
do
an album
believe
that would
he's
be a
definitely
classic?
a tough fighter, being in there with Conor Ben and a guy like Jaleel Hackett. Those are
Yeah,
tough
albums that
fighters
people would
to
consider
be in the
classic.
ring with.
Like his
And
first
he
3.
stood his
I could
ground.
see how somebody
That I know, like,
Bruno Mars,
just
the only
gonna lay
one
down,
making
you know
hits
what
for
I'm
the
saying?
cookout.
So I like to challenge myself.
I'm saying,
and when I
'cause
challenge myself, I
that's
bring
us.
the best out of
That
me too.
dude
So
did nothing
kudos to
but
Pete Dobson accepting this fight
disco
to
from
fight
the
me in my
70s
hometown.
with
Expect me to put the pressure and be on
right?
his chest
Leave the
all
door
night.
open
Going to the
and,
body.
and 7,
just try to
7,
break him
7.
down. Maybe
Let's
see a
go.
different Pistol Pete. I'm not coming out trying to box. So
All he did was do
I'm
funk.
trying to break him down.
Let me see.
Trying to
Hey
hurt him,
man,
send him
all
to the
I did
hospital.
was
Hey,
answer
God
your
willing, I'm
question
coming
to
for the
name
knockout
10.
victory for sure. I want to
Now you adding. No.
and just pull all the doubters
love you,
wrong.
brother. No, brother. You don't know what I asked. The reason why I told you that.
Well, they've talked the talk. Now they got to walk the walk. We're at the Scope Arena in Norfolk, Virginia, as Pistol Pete Dobson gets set 4 inches longer than Dobson, who's 17 and 3.
Look at who you named, and I said half of them people wouldn't know. You gotta understand what I said, brother. You couldn't name them. All I did was name them. That's what I told you to do. And what I was saying was half of them wouldn't know. Now,
so Dobson's going to make the walk first.
R&B is dead.
You can see there, Chris, 3 straight losses, including one to Conor Benn, but bounced back with a first-round KO down in Mexico over Jorge Rodriguez, a fight where he said, listen, I just need to get my confidence back, so I went south of the border, and boy, did I get it back.
Yeah, the Sriracha loss is especially glaring. Expected to win. Look, Peter Dobson was an excellent amateur coming up. 65-6 record as an amateur. New York Golden Gloves champion. Started his career at 16-0. Looked like he might be a contender, but that run against Conor Benn, against Jalil Hackett, against Sriracha, those losses really took a lot of the momentum out of his career. But he is a career-long 147 or 154. He is the more natural fighter at this weight. He believes that his power is going to be a difference maker, and he believes that he's the guy that's going to get the knockout tonight.
Little D-Generation X, the disrespect, and he's got 2 words for you, Sergio.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Look at the back of his shirt. You'll pick it real quick.
All I heard was degenerate.
Here comes the oldest of the 3 Davis boxing brothers, Kelvin Davis. And Chris, unfamiliar territory for this man, fighting for the first time after a loss. He, of course, was famously beaten by Nahir Albright.
Yeah, kind of kicked off a lot of the drama here at Scope Arena back in June of 2025. Lost the decision to Albright. He was hurt a couple of times during that fight. No official was the aggressor, and Albright was landing the cleaner punches. Kelvin Davis has attributed some of that loss to the weight. This is around 6'1", 140-pounder. Decided to move up to the 147-pound division after that fight. He says he feels a lot better coming into this one. Just felt his legs weren't there for that last fight. Felt he lost too much muscle in the weight cut, but he knows he's got to make a statement in a fight like this. Just like Peter Dobson, he said he's not coming in here to win a decision in this fight. He's coming in to win by knockout. He said he loves going up against a guy like Dobson because he knows that Dobson is coming through the same thing. He's expecting a firefight. He thinks he comes out on the right side of that type of fight.
Yeah, Davis is going to have to show out here in Norfolk. Last time he was here, didn't go his way. Now it's time to make a statement. If you can stop a guy like Peter Dobson, who wasn't stopped by Conor Benn or anyone else, that's how you send shockwaves. That's how you come back and do things in your hometown.
Well, fans, from the Scope Arena here in Norfolk, Virginia, Top Rank Incorporated continues the action in the welterweight division. Introducing our 3 judges, scoring from ringside, we have Jim Ansbro, Brian Costello, and Bill Clancy. Our referee in charge, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Brian Hiles. All right, fans, here we go. Battle of welterweights in the ring. We're scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with lime green trim, joining us from the Bronx in New York. He weighed in at 147.5 pounds. With a record of 17 wins and 3 losses, he has 10 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the durable and dangerous, proven welterweight battler known as Pistol Pete, Peter Dobson. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner in this 10th-round attraction, wearing black trunks with white trim, representing the talented boxing family from Norfolk, Virginia. He weighed in at 147.3 pounds. His record 15 wins, 1 defeat with 8 of his wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, looking to make a statement on the big stage, please welcome Kelvin Night Davis. Once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Brian Hiles.
All right, gentlemen, you received your instructions in the dressing room. I want a good, clean fight. I want you to obey my commands at all times. Protect yourselves at all times. Right here is good.
It's Kelvin Davis in the black.
Davis, the southpaw, long arm, solid fundamentals, really sharp puncher. Watch out for that straight left hand that he likes to throw. Once he sets up and starts peppering opponents with that long jab, he silently just unleashes that left hand and catches opponents off guard. He has good pop behind that left hand. There it is right there.
You know, Sergio, as I look at Dobson, a little softer around the midsection than I'm used to seeing him. And I was told this week that he came in pretty heavy coming into this fight. We had to lose a lot of weight going into Friday's weigh-in. You could kind of see that on his face at the press conference and during some of the fight week activities. So we'll see if that becomes a factor as this fight gets into the later rounds.
Yeah, the older you get, and Dobson's 35 years old, you know, your body's bound to soften up, and you're not going to make weight like you used to when you were younger. So this is an older version of Dobson. So does he still have a little bit of fight left? Does he still have that hunger? He sure talk the talk. We're going to find out if he can do it against Davis, who definitely has the skill.
Well, Dobson said he quit drinking, said he always enjoyed having good times after fights, that he hadn't had a drink in 11 months, has rededicated himself to the craft. You know, once you go on a losing streak like that, you got to kind of look yourself in the mirror and decide if this is what you want to do. He wants to stay in the hurt business, but just got clipped with the left hand.
Well, he made a lot of changes during this losing streak of his. After the loss to Jaleel Hackett, he took the fire exam in New York City, got a 95, he said, on the fire exam test, and got on the job in New York. Not working the fire department right now, as he hopes to get back on it sometime after this fight. But that was a big career change that he made late in his career.
Yeah, his mom said, why don't you become a firefighter? You can get a pension. Boxing doesn't have a 401k. So he said, sure, I'll take the test, see what happens. And he passed it with flying colors.
Yeah, he asked him about that, the workouts of firemen. I always heard they were very, very difficult. And he says, not for us, not for fighters, man. It was easy work. I don't believe it.
Kelvin's just kind of got that awkward style. It's got to be tough to deal with, huh, Sergio?
Yeah, anytime you're dealing with a fighter that's that tall and a southpaw with a long reach, 74 inches in reach, it's like you're fighting a spider, a long spider. I mean, ask any of Sebastian Fundora's, you know, opponents.
Or his sister's opponents, Gabriela.
There you go. It's very difficult. I mean, first of all, you're not going to get good sparring. That's quality. That's a southpaw. Then you're not going to get tall southpaw sparring. Then power. You're not going to get none of that. So finding sparring partner is the most difficult thing.
Good way to box him. Keep using your stick like that. Keep using those spanks. You opening them up. Only thing is, don't get too wide while you're moving around in a circle. Keep it a little bit shorter. Now look, he's trying to set you up for the overhand by going to your body. He's come down here, and he's trying to come back up top. All right? So keep your feet moving and stay away from the rope while you're trying to set him off from jab. Well, it's easy.
We heard both guys talk about how aggressive they were going to be going for the knockout. That first round didn't really live up to the hype. And you heard Davis's corner saying, hey, man, just box like that. Just keep the jab in his face and do what you're doing.
Yeah, it's going to be footwork that's going to make it difficult for Dobson to close that distance. Davis, aside from him being tall and long, he has good footwork. He uses the entire ring. he doesn't waste a lot of energy. So Dobson, he's going to need to jab his way in or be explosive on his way in. And right now, I'm not seeing that. And I haven't seen it from Dobson in some time.
Dobson had a 66-6 record as an amateur, was a New York Golden Gloves champion. Said he's here to dominate, does not want it to be close, but just hasn't really done anything yet. Sergio, was there ever a fight where you felt like you were going to come in there like gangbusters and the bell rang and you just kind of felt way different and you didn't do it?
I'm sure there was fights like that in my career. I can't remember off the top of the head. It's like you get surprised by an opponent's fighting spirit, or you get surprised by his speed or his timing or his power. Something always surprises you. But that's when you got to change the game plan and get your confidence from somewhere else.
Kelvin Davis was telling me that he had a conversation with Floyd Mayweather about how to get his miles in, the kind of minimum number of miles that you need to run to be in the kind of shape for a championship level fight. So that was great advice, and that contributed to the kind of shape he believes he's in coming into this fight.
Well, Dobson said he got even more motivated this week when Kelvin's brother Keyshawn said to his face, "Listen, my brother's going to knock you out." And then he said Kelvin brought that same energy to the weigh-in. And Dobson said, look, he's not that guy. He's fake. He has no confidence. I'm going to expose him. But so far, Dobson on the receiving end of more punches than he's landed.
Just some sluggishness for Dobson so far in this fight. He's kind of following Kelvin around, occasionally flicking out the right hand. Not a lot of speed or pop on these shots.
Yeah, Dobson's trying to time Davis with one shot. That's not going to be enough. You gotta actually throw combinations against a guy like Davis. Start from the body and go up from there. That way you can try to land something hard. But if it's just going to be looking for that perfect shot, you're going to be waiting a long time if you're Dobson.
And Dobson came in aware of that. Like, one of the things he's been saying is that I've been the B side a lot. I've come in on the wrong end of some decisions. I've got to make it definitive. He hasn't really done that in these first two rounds.
Yeah, when you lose that much, you just become you get that sparring partner mentality. You don't think of winning. You just think of competing and continuing the fight, even if it's losing.
You already shook them up once. Look, now we're 2 in, we're going into 3. Now let's start letting our hands go in combinations more, right? Don't just look for one big one. You don't have to. You barely touched them and you already fucking started holding on and shit. Just start working your combinations and you'll touch them eventually. You know what I'm saying? Start really working that double jab, getting around him. Work that double jab, getting around him, and try to hit him with those right hands as you circle and turn him. But don't let him outwork you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let him outwork you looking for one big shot. That big shot's going to come regardless. Start pumping that jab.
There's Keyshawn Davis, a winner of an earlier fight tonight on the prelims, as he got the unanimous decision over Edwin Humain. Now looking to see if his older brother can do the same. In fact, his oldest brother, his older brother, Keyshawn, will be in the main event. You used to box with your brother when you were a kid, right? Fight him in the backyard?
Not my brothers, my friends. I beat them all.
All right, Chris Mannix, your score in this fight so far. Not a lot of, debate about those first 2 rounds.
Not a lot of debate. Good left hand there for Kelvin Davis. I've got it 20-18. Just Kelvin doing a little bit more work. The straight left hand has been landing for him reasonably consistently. But then really, this is about Peter Dobson just not doing a lot at this point.
Well, Dobson is 35 years old and had 20 professional fights, and we've seen it from a lot of fighters later in their career. They have the will to win, they talk about winning, but they just don't throw the punches. They just, for some reason, are reluctant to let their hands go.
No, not for some reason. It's just they don't have the stamina, they don't have the legs, they don't have the confidence.
Here he goes. Now he's opening up a little bit. But right now, just standing right in front of him.
Well, that's a good body shot. I think a good body shot by Dobson there.
Kelvin shakes his head no.
Davis is allowing Dotson to walk him back. You know, he's not flicking that jab or